Today we will learn Gauss-Seidel method. Gauss-Seidel method is used to solve the linear system equations. This method is named after the German scientists Carl Friedrich Gauss and Philipp Ludwig Seidel. It is a method of iteration for solving linear equation with the unknown variables. This method is very simple and uses in digital computers for computing. Working rule. Consider the system of linear equations. a1x plus b1y plus c1z equals to d1, a2x plus b2y plus c2z equals to d2 and a3x plus b3y plus c3z equals to d3. Now solve the equations for x, y and z. So from the first equation calculate the value of x, from the second equation calculate the value of y and from the third equation calculate the value of z. Next, what is first approximation? In equation 1, this equation, put yz equals to 0. Here you have to put y equals to 0 and z equals to 0 and calculate the value of x. Say it is x1. Then in second equation put x equals to x1. Here you have to write x equals to x1 and z equals to 0 and calculate the value of y. Say it is y1. And in third equation, here put x equals to x1 and y equals to y1 and calculate the value of z. Say it is z1. Now, second approximation. In first equation, put y equals to y1, z equals to z1, calculate the value of x. Say it is x2. Then in second equation, put x equals to x2 and z equals to z1, calculate the value of y. Say it is y2. In third equation, put x equals to x2, y equals to y2 and calculate the value of z. Say it is z2. In this way, repeat the above steps until the required solution you get. Take one mathematical example. Using Gauss-Seidel method, find the solution of following system of linear equation correct up to 2 places of decimal. So, system of linear equations are given. Now we have to solve this math using Gauss-Seidel method. So what should be the solution? Solution is, first we rearrange the given system of equations so that they are diagonally dominant. So what is the meaning of diagonally dominant? Diagonally dominant means, see, a square matrix is said to be diagonally dominant if for every row of the matrix the magnitude of the diagonal entry in a row is larger than or equal to the sum of the magnitude of all the other entries, that is non-diagonal entries in that row, where Aij denotes the entry in the ith row and jth column. So if we rearrange this system of linear equation so that they are diagonally dominant, we can write in this way. See, diagonal element is 5 and it is greater than coefficient of y and coefficient of z, that is 2 plus 1. So 5 is greater than 2 plus 1. Here coefficient of y diagonal element, it is 6, it is greater than coefficient of x, it is 1 and coefficient of z, it is 2. So 6 is greater than 1 plus 2. And here diagonal element is coefficient of z, it is 5. 5 is greater than coefficient of x and coefficient of y, it is 3 plus 1, 4. So 5 is greater than 4. So in this way, first we rearrange these equations. Now we have to solve the given equations for x, y and z values. That is, from the first equation calculate the value of x, from the second equation calculate the value of y and from the third equation calculate the value of z. Now you have to construct this table. In this table there are 4 columns: k, total number of iteration, x values, y values and z values. Let the initial approximation be, initially I take x equals to 0, y equals to 0 and z equals to 0. For the first iteration, that is the 0th iteration, k value is 0, x value is also 0. You can easily solve Gauss-Seidel method using calculated memory. How? First store value 0 to the variable a in calculator memory. Then y is also 0. Store 0 to the variable b in calculator memory. Then z is also 0. Store 0 to the variable c in calculator memory. Next time, first iteration. From the first equation, give y equals to 0 and z equals to 0, you can easily calculate the value of x. Now, store this value to the calculator memory A. So, x value is this, z value is 0, you can easily calculate the value of y. This is y value. So, store this value to the variable b. So, x value is this, y value is this, you can easily calculate the value of z. And this is the z value. Store this value to the variable c. Next iteration. So, y value is this, z value is this, you can easily calculate the value of x. And you have to store this value to the variable a. And now, for second equation, x value is this, z value is this, 2.1800. You can easily calculate the value of y and store this value to the variable b. And what is z value? X value is this, y value is this, so you can easily calculate z value. In this way, you have to repeat this procedure again and again. Now see, for iteration number 5 and 6, x values and z values are same. They are correct up to 2 decimal places. But y values are not same. So I take another iteration. And I get these two values. For iteration number 6 and 7, y values are same and correct up to 2 decimal places. So finally we can write the required solution is x equals to 0.55, y equals to 0.47, that is correct up to 2 decimal places, and z equals to 2.18, that is correct up to 2 decimal places. Now it's time to practice. So this is your problem set. Try to solve this problem. First pause your video, take one screenshot and then solve. And if you are facing any problem, then comment me in the comment section, then I will give you the solution. After each problem, the answer is given by the blue ink. Now I am showing the total problem set. For getting more and more updates, please like, share and subscribe my channel. That's all for today. Thank you.